What's going on, Capricorn? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the next 3 months, October through December 2022. So, in this reading, Capricorn, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you do not see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides regarding the next 3 months for you. Before we begin this reading, though, Capricorn, I do want to take a moment to let you know, as always, that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading. And I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Capricorn, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below. If you have not already, for future updates, that would also be greatly appreciated over here, Capricorn. So, without further ado, we are going to pull the energy and see what it is that wants to come through for you for the rest of 2022, next 3 months. Let's go ahead and see. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Capricorn. Yes, okay, Capricorn, let's go ahead and lay out these cards and see what is going on here for you. All right, Capricorn, very interesting. There's an interesting message coming right off the bat. It's a very intuitive message. I'm going to deliver it like this because I think it's very important. Is that if you can start to take life a little bit less seriously, it will help you manifest the things that you seriously want to manifest. It's a little bit of a paradox, word play, but let me repeat it. If you can start to take life less seriously, it will help you manifest the things that you seriously want to manifest here, okay? I do sense this curiosity that is arising within you as to what is actually going to make you happy rather than kind of just following, a monotonous routine. Not that you're going to give up a routine or anything like that for the rest of the year, for the next 3 months, but there's definitely this question of it's like you've been putting a lot of effort into balancing out your life or to working on certain areas, but it's almost like because you read it in a book, or it's like you're doing things you think you should be doing rather than things that will actually bring you joy. Because the paradox about this reality, Capricorn, is that when you follow your joy or you do something basically for its own sake, there is an ability for you to manifest something much more smoothly and kind of naturally rather than trying to force something. So I feel like there's a more of a very interesting direction that you're going to be heading in for the rest of the year, the next 3 months. But we start off here. Your opportunity, Capricorn, is the High Priestess for the next 3 months. And the High Priestess being your opportunity, really needing to listen to your intuition rather than doing things by the book. The High Priestess with the opportunity, in my opinion, when it comes to feminine energy, the High Priestess is a little bit more valued than the Empress or any of the queens, because she does not need anything to connect with source energy, right? She's not dependent on the physical, she's not dependent on the physical reality to give her a sense of communion with the universe. So there's this really counterintuitive, and even if you're more of a masculine energy, this is just to go into your intuition and let mystery guide you, because there's this energy here, Capricorn, of allowing your mind to explore different avenues without labeling yourself as like a slacker or like doing something. So we're going to have to clarify to see what that's about. There also could be an intuitive direction you're moving in when it comes to love. But when it comes to your challenge, we have the Seven of Pentacles here. The Seven of Pentacles here in your challenge could have to do with a little bit of a lack of gratitude, or I am getting right off the bat, not valuing how far that you've come. The danger with that, this is very important, so I hope you're paying attention, is that this reality is neutral, Capricorn. This reality, you may get depressed because of this, you may get happy because of it, but it's just a fact of the universe, is that it's neutral. There's no built-in meaning to this reality other than the meaning that you as a human being imprint onto it. Most of us, we imprint meanings that society tells us to imprint onto things, so it's not really our creation. I'm trying to follow this train of thought here, Capricorn. What I'm telling you to do here is there's a challenge for you to look at how far you've come without being sad to go in a new direction. Like, you need to place value on the things that you've accomplished, but then not hold on to them. Okay, so place value on it, but then don't be attached to it. Does that make sense? Also, the Seven of Pentacles here in your challenge, I do feel like there could be a limiting belief that you have that is holding on to things because you've worked hard at them. So this could be a routine that you've developed and you're just kind of stuck in the routine. You know, there's a story about, I think it was Osho, actually, he was on a quest to obtain enlightenment, and he was trying to obtain enlightenment basically through discipline. He would not eat any bad food. He would meditate at this time of the day. He would go work out at this time of the day. The day that he gave up his routine was the day, and he actually went downstairs to his roommates and he cracked open a beer, and he would never drink, and he cracked open a beer with his roommates, was the day that literally he became totally enlightened. So there's something here about you following less of a conventional path, that whatever you do for the next 3 months, like if you're doing something in your mind is like, you can't do that, Capricorn, that's not going to be productive. Don't worry. I'm not saying don't be productive, but I'm saying there's a nuance here where if you only try to be productive, you may miss a shortcut, because there are loopholes in this universe. You do know that, right? So this is very deep. All right, let's keep going here. In your overall general energy, Capricorn, we have the Nine of Cups, we have the Nine of Swords, and we also have the Six of Pentacles here. So there's definitely a lot going on here in your overall general energy. Overall, I do feel like you're going to be relatively satisfied for the next 3 months. The Nine of Cups here is also a card of synchronicity, you know, having all of your ducks in a row, but there is some sort of like pain that may come up for you for the next 3 months. The Nine of Swords here is kind of staying up at night, and I feel like it's going to be hard for you to go in a direction that feels emotionally good to you, because you're not realizing that going in a direction that feels emotionally good to you is what activates synchronicity. So if you feel like, I'm getting this from Spirit, it's very important, like if you feel like you're in a rut in your life, like you're doing all the right things or you're trying your best and you're getting better at doing the right things, I really feel like you're starting not to be satisfied with life. And so there maybe needs to be an emphasis, instead of placing an emphasis on things in the external world, you start to place more value on the way that you feel, like listening to that intuition. And that's how you really activate synchronicity, and you start to let the universe blow your mind rather than being in control and thinking that, like, you know, thinking that you're the one like controlling this reality, because you are in control of your reality. But don't get me wrong, like there's a lot that we don't understand and it's beyond our control. So just surrender to that. I think it will help you. It sounds very intuitive, but just bear with me for now. Also, here we go, and what you don't see coming, this is very powerful, Capricorn. We have the Three of Wands, the Page of Swords, and also the Six of Cups. What I'm getting is you're getting information. For some of you, it's going to be a past person that may be coming back to you. You may be making plans to be with someone. I also did tell you in the past reading, that Capricorn, that there was a past life connection. So if you're dealing with someone in love, it's a mysterious connection. The High Priestess is there in your opportunity with love. I do feel in what you don't see coming, you could be making plans or trying to get more information. The Page of Swords is a card of getting more information about something to do with the past. It is intuitively as that past life connection. Now, simultaneously, or for others of you, what's going on here is you getting more information about what really makes you happy and what feels like home to you. The Page of Swords is looking at that Six of Cups, and it's more so in alignment with the original frequency of this reading, in that You're looking for what's really going to make you happy. And for a lot of you, this is going to be something that you used to do in childhood. What you have to realize, in order to really master this reality, it's not about like the cards that you get dealt in this reality. It's about how you play the cards that you've been given. And we all have unique talents. We have unique interests. And the thing that is messing a lot of you up, I think you're on a lifeline that basically was, I'm not going to say it's like laid out for you, like a lot of you are entrepreneurs or whatever you are, but there's something that's true to you. It's true to your core. It's something that you used to love in childhood that you actually may have been shamed in childhood for loving. And that for the rest of 2022, it's something to do with your unique essence starts to come up. Because the problem of this reality, this is what I see the main problem with people, is that they don't follow their natural path. And when I say that, I don't mean that you're gonna like quit your job and become a rock star, or quit your job and become, try to become a pop star, because that can kind of be self-sabotage. But there's like a path of something that you would love to do. It would make you feel happy. And when you finally find that path, you're open and curious to finding it. When you find the path, you're in so much joy that you activate synchronicity, which then brings more abundance to you. So you may be redefining your definitions of abundance. And for a lot of you, I'm not even sensing, like, there's no major arcana cards here of major endings. So it's very important to understand, for the vast majority of you, it's almost like for the next 3 months, I don't really sense like a job shift. It's almost like you're going to be doing what you've been doing, but you're activating, or the universe is coming through to activate different frequencies that have been latent, that have been, maybe you've been just kind of dabbling. Now it really starts to activate. So does this make sense, Capricorn? And then we finally move here, Capricorn, to the advice from your spirit guides. We have the Knight of Wands, the King of Cups, and also the Page of Wands. This is the advice from your spirit guides. I really feel like this is classically embodying a curious, fun-loving, adventurous spirit to find love. Okay, if some of you are looking for a relationship, the King of Cups, someone who really has a lot of love for you. And what do they say, Capricorn? They say that you find the one you love, what? Doing what you love, right? That's been the case for me. Whenever I was in like an old lifeline, once again, it wasn't really in alignment with my interests, my natural, what my soul came here to do, what felt good to me. I was trying to meet people, it never worked. So with the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands here, definitely get into that exploratory mindset here. There's definitely some adventure that you're meant to go on when it comes to doing what you love, or being open to. This could even be simple as like a hobby, but it's going to change your life completely in a way that you don't see coming. So there's definitely a return to the self. Okay, this is, and I really want to make this clear, Capricorn. This is not, there's a very big difference between trying to change yourself to get what you want, and then something else which is more effective is returning to yourself to rediscover who you are, and then activate abundance and synchronicity through that fashion. Right, so let's go ahead. I'm very excited to clarify some of these cards. Let's go ahead and do the High Priestess in... Let's see why the High Priestess is here, Capricorn, in your opportunity. Why is it here? Let's go ahead and see. One more. Why is the High Priestess here in your opportunity? All right, the High Priestess in your opportunity, Capricorn, is clarified by the Death card, by the Eight of Swords, and also by the High Priestess. Holy crap. So yeah, you're looking at how you're keeping yourself stuck, and you're looking at things that you need to end here in your reality. Like, you're really intuitively being like, how am I keeping myself stuck? What needs to come to an end? This is the opportunity, and it's very intuitive. Like I told you, Capricorn, I personally connect with the energies of the tarot, and I have a lot more respect for the High Priestess than like the Empress or any of the queens, because the High Priestess is not dependent on, the state or a king, of some sort of society standards to move in a certain direction. She is tapping in, she is unique. And as we're entering more so into the age of Aquarius, it's very critical for you to get more information about what makes you different, what makes you happy. And the problem is that it's something that in order to do so, you're going to feel like you're going backwards here. But I'm telling you, sometimes when you go within and you work on these internal parts, you write things out, you just set the intention. if you want to be practical about this, we can be practical. All you have to do is set the intention to say, universe, I'm setting the intention to rediscover a lost part of myself that would make me more happy and would be less socially conditioned. I'm not saying you're completely socially conditioned, but this is what's going on here. So very powerful, Capricorn. Now, let's go ahead and clarify. I do want to clarify here why the 9 of Swords is here in your overall general energy, because I do feel like as you start to go this way, there may be a lapse in routine, there may be a lapse in finance, there may be a lapse in your relationship. And it feels like for some of you, like your life is going to be going backwards, but it's actually going to be forward because time doesn't even exist, but existence is not linear. Like when you think of your past lives, you think it's, oh, the 1500, I had a life in the 1500s as this person. You think of it as in the past. That's just from your human's brain. It's not important. Your human mind perspective. Once you get into the higher ethers, time is not, linear time is a human construct rather than an actual objective reality. So when you do this stuff, don't think that you're going into the, like, I don't know, Capricorn. Let's see why why is the 9 of Swords here? One more. The 9 of Swords is clarified by the Queen of Wands, by the Sun, and also by the 2 of Wands here. So yeah, I really feel like this anxiety or this sleepless nights has to do with, your own individual flair, your own, the Queen of Wands is someone who, she can work well with people, she can be the boss of people, but she's very individualistic, especially out of all the queens, and she doesn't give a shit what other people think about. So you may be shedding layers of, like, you may start to realize that you've lived, like, you may start to realize, like, the car you're driving, although it makes you happy as a Capricorn, physical things are going to make you happy. That doesn't change. Right? But you start to realize, like, oh, maybe I'm, like, doing this because of what other people think or what I think of myself. If you don't give a shit, if you can honestly say you don't care about other people's opinions, well, you're lying because we all do, but to a certain extent you're free of that burden, then you're almost policing yourself here. You also have the 2 of Wands here, so there's just anxiety about, like, what is actually going to make me happy. And because everything is a risk, you don't want to throw away something just because, like, and I'm not getting you're throwing away anything. There's just this big move towards your own soul is what I can really call it here. And, that's going to lead to love, because in the advice from Spirit, you have the King of Cups. The King of Cups is a individual filled with love. And if that's what you want, that's what you're manifesting here. You find the one you love doing what you love. I really feel like that. So let's also go ahead and clarify why the 7 of Pentacles is here in your challenge. All right, what's the 7 of Pentacles here doing in your challenge, Capricorn, for the next 3 months? All right, yeah, you have the Ace of Swords here. All right, the 7 of Pentacles is clarified by the Ace of Swords, the 3 of Swords, and also the 4 of Cups here in your challenge. So, there could be a knowing that you need to disconnect from something that you've invested a lot of time in. There could be a lot of clarity about it. You have the 3 of Swords here and also the 4 of Cups in your challenge. So that's definitely some sort of heartbreak about something that you've invested in. I'm getting that it's going to be different things for different Capricorns. It could be like unrequited love here. Also what I'm getting from this is, like, a lot of the moment that you start to maybe give up those routines, or you start to do what we're talking about in this reading, other people might start to behave differently towards you, and that's the roadblock that's going to prevent you from really asking deeper questions, because you subconsciously know that when you ask these deeper questions and you start to change your life and you start to maybe have a little bit of a value shift, people can subconsciously feel that. I feel like there's a lot of people who you have very deep, meaningful connections with that will probably judge you, and it probably will lead to some sort of quarrel in a relationship when you start to move in a direction that's unique to you and listen to that intuition. You know, you can't move when I tell you to move. You can't move when people tell you to move. You can only move when your soul does, and your soul's trying to get to you here. So the next card that I do feel very necessary to clarify is why the Six of Cups is here and what you don't see coming, because this is the whole return. What is this about? This could be, once again, for some of you, it's a past life relationship that's coming in, because when past life relationships come in, you can even like feel it before it even starts to happen. Or some of you know and you're trying to get more information on this person. That's definitely a portion of what's going on here, I feel, for you, Capricorn. Let's go ahead and see, why is the Six of Cups here for you in what you don't see coming? Yeah, just ignore, there's a little bit of noise out there, but we're not stopping this reading right now. Why is the Six of Cups here? All right. Too many, there's like 10 cards here, I'm not going to take them. We're going to do one more. Why is the Six of Cups here in what you don't see coming? All right, those ones wanted to come out. The Six of Cups is clarified by the World and also the Seven of Pentacles. Interesting, the Seven of Pentacles is your challenge here. So the World card here, I feel like there's something that will take you to the next level in your life. Now, it's very interesting to understand that everything that you've been doing up until this point will actually propel you into this past thing, whether it's this past person or this past thing that you lost sight of in childhood that you actually like to do. I feel like there's something about it that you can actually, the very frequency that this is giving you now, like, oh, like my hard work has got me to where I want to go, it can give you the same feeling, except in an upgraded way. You see, the World card is a blend of both spiritual and physical energy, rather than just physical energy. And I'm not by any means saying that you are just satisfied physically and not spiritually, but there is a sadness here I think that you're going to be going into, some sort of trauma when it comes to like, why aren't you investing your energy in this certain direction? All right, let's keep this going, Capricorn. What I do want to clarify now is why is the Knight of Wands here in the advice from your spirit guides? This is going to be critical information. Let's see. The Knight of Wands is an energy that is a little bit all over the place, and especially with the Page of Wands. So you want to give yourself freedom to explore, is what I will tell you, especially with the Page of Wands, King of Cups. And like, don't feel, because you're a Capricorn, you might feel pressure to figure it out quickly. And that's really, you know, time is an impediment a lot of times, linear time. So you want to be very present to the moment when you do this exploratory process. Trust your feeling, trust your intuition. Yeah, you also have the Ten of Cups here. So two more here. Why is the Knight of Wands here in your advice from Spirit? Just got something very potent. Hold on. What I'm getting, Capricorn, before I even pull these cards out, is that you have a very unique gift to give to the world. I'm not saying that you haven't given that gift yet, but you definitely haven't fully. And what Spirit wants you to know is that you're depriving certain people of your unique signature frequency. Understand this, all that is, the whole universe could not be all that is without you. You are a very unique puzzle piece. And I just feel like you haven't been playing that puzzle piece to your full capacity. And so you haven't really transformed or helped people. Like, I'm getting a lot of I'm getting like really good energy that you're giving off here in your reality. I'm just getting it's time to take it to the next level, and it's going to be a very intuitive journey to get there, and it's going to make your mind attack yourself. All right. So, but the Knight of Wands is clarified by the Four of Wands, by the Empress, and also by the Six of Wands here in your advice from your spirit guide. So yeah, right now you're going through a rite of passage here. I feel like this new journey, this new exploration is going to lead to a lot of physical abundance. I mean, the Empress here is the classic queen of the physical reality. She's nurturous. She can give, you know, the river, you see the river flowing. It's all about physical abundance. So some sort of exploratory journey is going to lead to that abundance. That's what I said in the very beginning. Okay, so you need to get out of your routine. You need to start like switching it up, do things differently, go talk to places that, and you also have the Four of Wands, Soul Family, and the Six of Wands. So if you can just basically mash it up, you can embody the energy of the Knight of Wands. That's what leads to victory for you, instead of just monotonously swinging the hammer. All right, so that's very important information for you. I also, the last thing, I do want to clarify why this King of Cups is here for you in your advice. Why is the King of Cups here in your advice from your spirit guides? King of Cups and the advice from your spirit guides is clarified by the Star, by the Hierophant, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Wands here. So I feel like there's a healing energy coming in for you, someone that you're meant to be with that's going to heal you. And this even could lead to marriage, and it could lead to some sort of family frequency, because you have the Empress here in the advice from your spirit guides. That's a physical upgrade. And the World card here, like there could be someone that you meet here that loves you and can heal you. The Hierophant is about some sort of tradition. So if you feel like dissatisfied, if you feel like you're living in a foreign world and you hate this world, or not that you hate it, because you're a Capricorn, you're going to love some earthy shit about this world. Don't get me wrong, I'm a Capricorn moon. Okay? I know what it's like. But if you feel a little bit dissatisfied in your routine or with this world, it's because you came here to create a new world. You came here to create a new world, Capricorn, and that only comes through embodying your true self and being willing to look bad to other people. One of the biggest things that holds people back from doing this whole work, this kind of exploratory journey to find out your true self, is that you don't want to look bad to other people. You're a Capricorn. You want to make a good standing in the social world. But at the end of the day here, Capricorn, there is real true love on the other side of this deep dive for you. So I want to see you get there. I want to see you win. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I hope it provided you clarity and insight, and I'll talk to you next time. This is the Autistic Mystic. Peace.